We are back out mudlarking. Weather has improved and we've come out for our walk and we've headed down, as you can see, close to a river not far from our home. And there's a dump here that we're going to investigate because in our absence things have been turning up and I am stood in a mini treasure trove of trash. Let's have a look.
Ooh. Let's have a look what's by Phil's feet. It's just so much. Straight away we've got this little bit of teacup with some blue on and England written on the bottom. But that's not all. I'm sure you can see some things already. It's a
I
nice...
can see half a brick.
Yes, we've spotted the half a brick. Hang on.
Even Cumbraen.
Calm yourself, calm yourself. So we've got this really pretty little jar. And there's Phil's brick. Let's pull it out. White Heart Cumbraen. It's not a whole lot. Let's have a look what else we've got around this little area. There's lots of bits of broken glass and some coal. That's a cute little bottle. Screw top. Nothing on it. Definitely 40s or 50s though, because that's the age of this dump. And here, what's this? It's wiggly. No idea what that is. Let's have a little look what else we've got. Oh, look. There's a paste pot. Oh, that's been in a fire. You can see it's got a little dent. Not much of one, but a little one. Ooh. Start a jar pile there. And here's another one. That's a nice little Shipham's paste pot. A little cute one. Put it in our pile. Let's see what else we can see. It's lovely when you come to a dump like this. You haven't got to walk far because everything's so close together. Made in England. Ceramic. That's got a thread inside. I wonder if that's of an insulator. What do you think? It's the same colour as insulators, so I'm assuming it is. Put that there and let's have a look. Bit of plate. Is that plain or patterned? Plain. And oh, there's a neck of a bottle with rubber off a bottle stop, but no bottle stop. Oh, but look what's behind my hand. There's a bottle stopper with the rubber, half in the neck of a bottle.
I've got my nice posh new gloves, so I'm going to try taking the glass off the bottle. Oh, they work. Just left the rubber behind.
Oh. Is it going to come out? It's stuck, is it? Oh, it's coming out. Slowly. Oh yes, look at that. I can't even... Well, I haven't looked what's on the top. CWS, is it?
Cooperative, I believe.
Oh, that's nice. Up there. Let's have a look what else is here. Lots of little bits and pieces.
There's a bottle here.
Where? Oh, a brown one.
I'm not sure.
Is it whole? That's the next question. And is it brown? I think it may not be. No, it's clear. Oops, here it comes.
There it goes.
Oh, that's a nice shape, isn't it? I tell you what, that looks a bit like Phil's Esso bottle he found. I don't think it is, otherwise it would say Esso on it, and it's just like the Esso bottle's baby brother. Very much like the Chrysler building or the Empire State Building or something in design. Or is that just my imagination? Oh, Here's a bit of tile. I've got quite a collection of these thicker tiles. Is there anything on it? No, it's a bit boring really, isn't it? It's like a brown motley effect. Not the prettiest bit in the world. Lots of broken things in here. Let's wander on a little bit and have a look. Ooh.
Just behind you, isn't it? Just there.
Oh, right, where to?
Just there by the ivy.
Oh, look, it's another paste pot. That's a cute little one. Very nice, and... no, it's just a bit of a white broken plate. Right, over here was in the ground. Oh, do you think that's whole? Seems like it could be. Oh yes, look. It's a really cute, I think possibly nail varnish bottle. Right, put that on our pile there. And I think I've seen a bottle stopper. Oh no, it's not. It's part of a light bulb or something. Looked a bit like a bottle stopper, but it's not. And we got a brown screw top bottle. Hole. Oh no, it's not. Look at that. Got a big chunk missing there. And what's this under here? I can see a curve. Oh, that's a bit of insulator. Probably joined onto that bit of insulator at some point. And then, what's that bit of insulator? Let's keep looking. Oh, I can see more brown. Is that hole? Yes, I think it is. Yep. And that's the thing with this tip. It's more modern, so they are mainly screw top bottles. But they're still pretty, even though they're screw top, and they may not have the historic value. But they're really pretty. Now, for those of you who know me, you know I really don't like teeth or skeletons. And there is a bit of both. So I certainly won't be taking that home with me. I wonder if that's off. It's rather large, isn't it? Do you think a horse? Or a cow? Something like that? Put my hand there for perspective. Like that. It's quite a size, isn't it? It's probably another bit of it. That's ceramic, but it's a wood effect. Look at that. I haven't seen that. A wood effect piece of ceramic tile or edging. That's really nice. Whoops, I just realised my camera's been at an awkward angle. Sorry about that. That's nice. And right next door to some willow pattern pottery and some really pretty glass. Let's have a look. Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Guess what I found?
A brick?
No.
A bottle?
Yes. And in the interest of weight, because we have to walk back from here. It's taken us 30 minutes to walk down, and with the bag full, it'll take us more than 30 minutes to walk back, and it's all uphill. Because we live on the top of a hill, and the river's at the bottom. But I have found this little bottle, which I thought was nice. I know it's a screw top, but it's got writing on.
Sloane's Liniment. Oh, that's a nice bottle. I love writing on them. And the word liniment, nobody buys liniment nowadays, so it really dates it. But I like that.
And this time, with this bottle, I don't think there's any writing, but when it comes to small and cute.
Oh, look at that. That is so pretty.
See the little green top as well, I thought was quite cute.
Oh, I love that.
So I think they're definitely coming home with us.
That is absolutely cutie, cutie, cutie. There's another bit of joy in there, another huge one. I wonder where these came from. Perhaps it was an abattoir nearby. Possibly, or a farm. Maybe it's just people would put their dead horses into tips and dumps, I don't know. But let's have a look what else is here. Lots of broken things. And, oh, a little tiny pot. I thought it was Vicks, but it's brown, so no, something else. Put that there. Let's have a look. Oh, more frosted glass. Very sharp, but very pretty. Oh, green. Oh no, that's nice. It's, I don't know, like a fuse, is it? But I love the fact it's green. And more of that brown motley slate. Or tile. It's not slate, is it? What's this round there? Oh, it's too small for a ring. Oh, a popper of some sort, I think. somebody's trousers. What was the button? I think. Can't quite tell. Oops, everything's falling. Is this hole? Ah, it's very wobbly, so if it is whole, it's very small. No, it's broken. Look down here. Oh, it's a little tiny cute bottle. Isn't that sweet? And look, right next to it is a very pretty piece of china. And what's this circle here? That's a lid or something, or a nut, I think. A nut. And let's have a look what else we can see. Oh, blue glass, blue glass. Ah. So look, that's very light. Ooh. That's pretty. Oops, I dropped it again. That's still alive. What have you got?
Well, I thought I should redeem myself from cute, pretty, small, little things.
Yes.
To...
Let's come around here because the light's behind you.
That
oh yes, it's a big one.
Is a paving slab.
Yep.
Quite possibly from the demolition of the local colliery.
Right.
Because they were used on the floors in the baths and such places.
Right.
So that's possibly here. And of course, as well as a kind of brick, I've got a lump of rusty metal.
Oh, what would it be like if you went home without... Oh, Pippi, that's a nice lump of rusty metal. I would say it's like a finial, isn't it? Like a...
Well, we can tell a bit more now because I noticed as I picked it up, one chunk of rust fell off the one side. If I do this, then I think we might be able to open it up a bit more, see, to see what's there. It's hollow because you can see it's breaking away there where it's eating into it.
Yep, I think that was a finial off something. Oh, that's really nice, and it snapped on the end there, but it would have been a like half moon or new moon. That's really nice.
There we go.
That's one of your better pieces of rusty metal.
One of my better bits of trash.
There's another jawbone with a tooth still in it. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, there's a look at the size on that tooth. Whoa, if I put my finger there, like that, that's quite a big one. I wouldn't want to fill in that. Oh, that's pretty. Very lovely colour. And we got, let's have a look here. Look, broken Sunday dish. What's this? Oh, there is a tiny bit of pattern over on there. Probably the maker's mark on the bottom. And another pretty pattern piece of china.
Look what I found.
What have you found?
Another lump.
Oh yes, another one of those.
I know you said you thought you'd found a top for an insulator. If you look behind that there, do you think that's the other thread that would have been the bottom of your insulator?
Yep.
Maybe we'll try it, we'll check that out.
Right, here's our pile. I found this as well. We found a broken one of these. I'm sure it's Bakelite. No idea what it is, but will that screw on to here?
And we were about 20 metres away, so it'd be a wonderful find if it does.
Oh yes, look at that. Very clever.
There you have it. And there's a nice little piece.
Very pretty.
Don't know if it came from this exact one.
No, the colours are slightly different, so maybe it was a standard size.
And maybe because it was made differently, it's slightly faded, but there it is. And also, while the bricks are a bit heavy to take home, there's a little bit of architectural salvage that's not.
Oh, I've seen those on fireplaces. Just a little bit of what looked like it, the OG style skirting board, but then they carried over onto the fireplaces made of stone or marble.
Yeah, there we go.
What have you got? Oh, it's a paver, is it? Or is it a stone?
I think it looks like a paver, doesn't it?
Dressed stone, is it?
It's not,
oh,
because
no,
see?
Look, it is a brick. SW. Oh, that's
Wonder
nice.
what that stands for.
I don't know.
South Wales?
Yes, could be South Wales.
Could be, because we're in South Wales.
Looks like a spanner, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a dog bone.
Spanner works.
Who knows?
Oh, look. What a pretty piece of plate. Oh, you can see the ground is really hard because it's so cold and frosty this morning. That's really pretty. And ooh, the bottle, do you think that's whole? And it's wiggling. A bit of tension on it, which is positive. Oh, that's a big one. Screw top again. Nothing written on it, but a big chunk of bottle, that. Do you think that's plain or patterned? Plain, as usual in Wales. Quite a lot of plain china because people just didn't have the money for patterns. It was a very poor area. And there's a little metal lid. Wonder what that is. I'm going to guess at Heinz baby food. What do you think? Am I right?
I found something.
Oh, what have you found?
I found something very small.
All right, let's come down.
And
See?
to me, I can't recall seeing something like this before.
Right. Let's have a look.
Can you identify that?
Oh, it's a little baby's bottle, but it's a small one for a doll. So a little girl would have that and pretend to feed her little baby doll with feeding
glass.
bottle. Yep.
A glass child's toy.
Yep.
That's amazing.
You like that, do you?
I am. I'm impressed with that. So I just saw the end poking out and thought it was a tiny little bottle, and I pulled it out and it was that shape.
Yep, it's a baby's feeding bottle, but a small one for a dolly.
Well, I'm pleased with that one.
Ooh, here's a big messy puddle. What do you think that is?
Do you want to stick here?
Yeah, I haven't brought my grabby thing.
I know, we haven't been mudlarking for so long, you forgot your grabber.
Oh, it's just the bottom end of a paste pot. There's a bottle. Ooh, that's very grotty. It's just got some dots. I don't think it's very old, that one. Just very green. Let's have a look. Oh, I turned around to come out from the puddle and look. That's a pretty one. It's clear, I think. The green is algae. Let's hold it up to the sun. Yep. It's like a little apothecary jar. You can imagine that with a glass stopper in. Very nice. Right, we're going to have a look along here. I'll move you that side, see if there's less shadow. Don't forget, shout if you see something. The bottom of a little bottle or a paste pot. The right size for a paste pot. Too thin. I'd say a bottle. And what's this over here? No, I thought it was a mixing bowl because of the colour. But mixing bowls would be brown on the outside and certainly not that shape. Oh, that's pretty. Shame is only the one part. And it was a screw top as well, but let's have a look at the blue on that. Oh, and over here we've got some SR toothpaste, I think it was. Is it? No, it's a glue. SR, SK. It's SK heating glue. So if you would use that to heat up and then use? Interesting. Never heard of that. Did look like toothpaste though. Oh, there's a little jar. Oh, look. It's another one of those miniature ecosystems. You look. Oh no, you can't see in there. But there you can see all the little ferns. Oh, it's like a little greenhouse. Put that back to settle in there. And oh, we got top of a bottle. And oh, hobnail shoe sole. Well, part of a hobnail shoe sole. Just the toe. Not very wide, so probably a lady's, I would assume, or a child. And what's this? Is this a Shipham's paste pot? Oh no, it's a little inkwell. Well, ink pot, it's not. I don't think these are called inkwells if they've got lids on them, they are just ink bottles. Again with a little ecosystem growing in there, right? We'll put that back there so that the sun can shine in. And what are these? Whatever one of those is. Did somebody shout? Where? Oh, look how small that is. It's a little perfume bottle. Nothing written on it, but it's tiny. Look at that. Got little ridges on the side. Oh, that's really sweet. And somebody's clothing. That looks like the leg of a pair of trousers. Crimpoline or something like that.
Well, seeing as it's St David's Day, I've got my snack for today, which is Welsh cakes. And while I'm tucking into these and having a little break from the mudlarking, we'll go over to Caroline in the kitchen showing how she made these before we set off today. See you in a minute.
Well, this week is St David's Day. Now, this is the patron saint of Wales and it's our special day. And quite often we'll have something Welsh on that day. So I decided that we'd make some Welsh cakes. You may want to follow on and see how I do it, so I thought I'd film it for you. And I'll tell you the recipe. We have 8 ounces of self-raising flour, to which we're going to add 4 ounces, it's a bit cut now, of Welsh butter. Now, when we were in school learning cookery, we had to chop the butter up into little tiny bits and then rub it in by hand. I very rarely bother with that anymore. I plonk it in, save these for later. And then I got this really nifty tool. It's instead of rubbing in, because I have a bit of trouble with my hands, especially my thumbs, and this just makes it so easy. And it's much quicker. You can see it just, there we go, it's chopped everything up once. Now you just keep pushing it down, picking it up, until eventually you got like breadcrumbs. Takes a couple of minutes. It's so easy on the hand. Be careful when you do this, because these are sharp and you could cut yourself. I use this for making pastry too, I love it. Right, just give it a little check that everything's okay, because sometimes you can miss a big lump of butter. No, I think we're all fine there. Let's try and keep you in shot. Very difficult working with the GoPro at this angle, you know. Now, I put my mixed spice out to show you, because some people like mixed spice in them, but I don't, so I'm not going to put any in. Phil doesn't mind either way, so we'll have ours without. Now, we put in 2 ounces of sugar. Just give that a quick mix in. Make sure you get it right to the bottom of the mixture as well. And then we add some sultanas. 1 or 2 handfuls, depending on how many sultanas you like in your Welsh cake. I put a very large 1 handful in and we'll have a look. Mix it through. Now you can see roughly the proportion of sultanas to Welsh cake mix. I think that'll be fine for us. Right. Now we need some eggs. And my usual trick when I'm doing eggs is to crack the eggs, split them in half and separate out the yolk from the white. And there's absolutely no need to do this other than it's good practice for separating your eggs. Pop it in. Same with the other one. As you see, I'm quite good at this now because I've been doing it for years and it's quite fun as well. Plop the yolk from half shell to half shell until it's like that. And then pop it in. Whip them into a frenzy with your fork. And then get your mixture back, make a little well in the middle, and start adding the egg. If it isn't going to be runny enough to make a nice like shortcrust pastry type texture, then you could add a bit more milk. But I'm going to try it with this because it's so easy to over wet it, and then you put too much flour in and then they don't taste good. I added a bit at a time. One, so you don't put too much in, but I don't think I'm at risk of that. And two, it's just easier to mix. Don't squash it and flatten it out at this point. You haven't got to worry too much about keeping the air in like a sponge, but it is nice to have a bit of air in there. And our last bit. Now give it a quick knead, not too strenuously, you just need to get it to all hang together. Now the recipes all call for caster sugar when you read them in recipe books or online. The reason I don't use caster sugar is we grew up in a relatively poor area where nobody could afford caster sugar. You had granulated sugar and that was it. So I just always cooked with normal sugar. So I carry on cooking with normal sugar, and I don't really think it affects my cooking. I've never had anybody say, ooh, I don't like that. Well, not yet anyway. Or perhaps all my friends are just far too polite. Right, when it's nearly coming together, they say to lightly put flour on your board when you read these books again, but I always like to really well flour my board on my work surface, because you can never quite get these bits in the bottom in. So my method, which is not the Mary Berry method or anybody else, is to then put the dry bits in and knead it on the surface. There we go, that's nice. So a few little bits, pop them on there. Now we're going to cut these out now with a cutter. I don't want to cut this on my work surface, so I'm going to get my chopping board. Right, so we have my chopping board, and look how restrained I'm being with that flour. It's not 1/2 inch thick. I'm trying to look like a professional cook for you. Make sure you're in shot. I like to do half the mixture at a time where I'm using a chopping board, otherwise you end up with far too much. Oh, bit of flour on my rolling pin. Now the ideal thickness is about 1/4 inch. I confess I like them thicker sometimes because they're a little bit softer inside. But for the purpose of this, we'll make them as close to the traditional size as possible. Yep, that's about 1/4 inch thick. Could have done with a bit more knead in there, but it doesn't matter. Now you can cut out with straight or fluted cutters, but traditionally my grandparents always used the fluted edges, so I'm going to use those. Again, size is up to you. If you like a big Welsh cake, you can go for this size. If you're doing party nibbles, you can go for the smaller size. I'm going to go for the middle size. Then just cut them out. Doesn't matter if they get a little bit sticky out, just squash them in. When people are chewing them, they won't even notice. As you can see, this is a really easy recipe. If you fancy trying something like this, then give it a go, because I'm pretty sure you'll have a success with it. Right, when you've got your bits, don't worry about that. We'll use those again later. Now we'll get our other half of mixture. You see, it's a little bit dry. There's still bits that didn't mix in, but I'd rather it like that than too sloppy. I bet there are cooks and chefs everywhere going, no, you don't do it like that. But I don't care. It's the way I've always done them. Because this sort of thing, baking, can be very therapeutic. It's also fun to eat the products of your labours, but on the other hand, if you're trying to lose weight, don't make too many. When our children were younger, I used to make tons and tons of these, because with 4 children and a Phil, they didn't last long. Now we get all the other spare bits, roll them up, Be conscientious this time, put a little bit more flour down. As you can see, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to cooking. I'm very slapdash. And you don't have to be. You don't have to be a fabulous cook to make some really nice recipes. It's all down to how easy a recipe you get. And just because something's easy doesn't mean that it's not delicious. What you can't see is where the legs of the tripod are standing. I've got a very dark brown piece on my work surface. Now you may think, oh, she hasn't washed her work surface. It's not that. When Phil first started cooking from his recipe book, he put the tea towel down when he was cooking too close to the gas flame and set fire to the tea towel. And we wondered why the smoke alarm was going off. We ran in and there was the tea towel on fire on the work surface. So we now have, although these are heat resistant, they can't resist fire. So we now have a big brown mark on our work surface right next door to the cooker. But we won't tell anybody. We don't want to embarrass him, do we? And again, when you've got your bits left, don't worry. Squash them all up, don't throw them away. Give them a little knead and roll them out again. Now, we're probably only going to get one there. But then what I do with this last little bit, oh, I think we can get another one yet. Let's give it a try. Yes, we get another one. And then last of all, you've got a little bit in your hands, and this is my test Welsh cake. Because Phil will come in and say, oh, what are you cooking? So I'll give him that one. All right, so there we go. Now we've got to get on to my bake stone. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get started on that. Now this is what they call a bake stone. This one was actually bought in a shop. Well, I bought it in a charity shop. They are quite expensive to buy. They're just a lump of steel. My original one, Phil made me in work, which was brilliant because you need a thick base, but the base was about this thick. You see, I'm getting grubby hands already from all the cooking, and it was just too heavy for me to lift, so I got this one. One trick with a bake stone, sounds awful, but you'll never catch anything nasty off it, is to never wash your bake stone. Because otherwise they go a little bit rough and then everything sticks to them. So before you start, give them a wipe over. Turn your heat on. Now they do take quite a while to warm up because it's quite thick. But then the idea is, put that more central over my burner, that everything cooks nice and slow. And so that you don't burn the outside of your Welsh cakes. Although that is possible if you've got the heat turned up too high. Now those bits of butter wrapper that we kept, you can use to rub some butter onto your bake stone. You won't cover all the pieces that you're going to cook on. Don't worry about going too close to the edge. And what you will find, unless you've got a very big ring on very low, is that you'll cook faster where the ring is than on the outside anyway. So they don't all cook at a uniform speed, unless you've got one of these fancy dancy cookers with the big stone thing on it. Right, that's starting to bubble, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. Getting the right temperature on this can be hit and miss. I don't usually use this ring, so it's going to be very hit and miss for me, but we'll work on it and see how we get on. And then just pop your Welsh cakes on. They will expand a little bit, but not much. So you haven't got to leave too big a gap, but you need to leave a big enough gap that you can pick them up. But they should rise upwards. That's the plan. So when they cook to this level of brownness is what we like. It's personal, some people like them with a bit of a burnt edge on. So midway for some, but we like them quite pale. Now give them another couple of minutes. Again, all depending on how strong your flame is underneath. If you've got one of those big Argas or Rayburns, then you can actually use the whole of the top plate as a bake stone, which I used to do when we had one, and you can cook like 30 or 40 of these all at the same time. That's really useful, especially if you have a lot to make. There we go, that one's done. They don't take so long on the second side, so don't wander off and do something, because they're already heated through. There we go, these are done, including my little test Welsh cake, which I bet Phil will pinch. Told you. Sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the last of them. I like to do this while they're still warm. For some reason it seems to stick better than if you put it on when they're cold. So there we have some Welsh cakes, which are brilliant for taking out for a snack when you've got a long walk ahead of you when you're going mudlarking. I hope you've enjoyed this little baking section. Now let's get back to a bit of mudlarking.
Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing Caroline's cooking lesson, and I hope some of you will have a go at making your own Welsh cakes. They are tasty and I like them. And if you do have a go, you can always let us know on the live show, 9 o'clock Saturday night. But for now, my last mouthful, and then let's get back to the mudlarking.
Oh, there's a bottle over here with a lid on. What do you think was in there? Do you think that lid will give us any clue? Nope, no idea what was in there. Smooth bottle. What do you think size-wise? Tomato sauce? Tomato ketchup? Oh, I can see writing. I can see writing. Aha. Oh, that's lovely. Legally, something when empty, same will be, others must, this warning. Ooh, that sounds very serious, doesn't it? I wonder what that said originally. Oh, what's this here? No, just a piece of milk glass. That glass has been in a fire. Isn't it lovely with all bends and twists and curls? I love that. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's the lid off a little pepper pot, I say. Whoop. It's still alive. It's very rusty. Possibly one of those ones that once upon a time was silver plated. Not anymore. Oh, now that would have been so pretty if it'd been whole. Let's have a look at that up to the sun. Oh, isn't that lovely? Anybody's hair a mess? This should sort you out. Right, I'd say that's like 70s, 80s, or could be 40s or 50s. It's not hobnail or anything, it's definitely a more modern design and more modern fabrics. The sole's gone inside. Well, not the sole, the inner sole, so we can't tell where that came from. We're finding lots of broken glass, but this, although it looks like a bit, it's actually the whole thing. It's a lens out of, I'd say, a child's pair of glasses. Let's have a look if it's still magnifying or if it's too mucky. Oh yes, I think you can just about see through it. I'll take that home and wash it. If you want to see what it looks like after it's been cleaned up, then check out our live show, 9 o'clock UK time, on a Saturday on YouTube, where we show some of our finds all cleaned up. So that's the place to be to see what this looks like and if it works. And what's this? Oh, another piece of like a brown flagon. Oh, look at that. Is that what I think it is? It's a little scrubbing board for a doll's house or a toy. Possibly. It does say something on there. I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on. I'll probably be really embarrassed now and find out something completely different. But it does look like a doll's scrubbing board.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
While you've been busy searching for treasures, I've been setting up a game of plain or pattern.
Oh, good.
With the bits and pieces that I found along here.
Let's play plain or patterned.
I've been busy. We've got quite a few pieces. Some are in my hand because I decided not to put them in. Reason will become obvious in a moment.
Right.
But if you start your end, we'll quickly whip through and you can say plain or patterned, and if you get it wrong, pass it to me.
Right. Ooh, chunky plain. Oh wow, that's really patterned. One
I'm
for
off
Phil.
to a good start.
Oh, I'm stuck now because I would have gone for patterned on this. Did Phil put two patterned ones together? Yes! Pattern! That's mine. This I'm going for... Ooh, it's the bottom of a teacup. What do you think? What should I go for? Plain. No, there's a pattern on it again. I think Phil's going to win this time. Alright, this plain or pattern? I'm going for plain. Yes! This little bit here, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I think it's possibly patterned, otherwise Phil wouldn't have put it in because it's so small. Oh, he did. It's plain.
Now, the reason I put it in was because you say that every time, so I looked for a small piece of plain to put in on purpose.
Very clever. Right, this I'm going for plain. Oh no, it's patterned.
4-2.
Oh, this one. Plain. Yes, we got one.
No, it's not.
Wait. Oh no!
It's got a very faded pattern on it.
Oh, another one to Phil. I think he's going to win. Right, this, they all seem to be patterned. I'm going for patterned. Oh, can you believe it? It's plain.
Well, if it's plain, how do you get it?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I cheat.
You resorted to cheating.
So is this plain or patterned? Ooh, 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 I'm going for patterned. Yes, it's got a stripe. This one is thick and old. I'm going for patterned. Oh, yes. Oh, that goes with your bit.
It's a matching piece for that, and the reason I didn't put the other pieces in
Oh, they're all the same.
is because it would have been a bit of a clue when you'd got the one.
Yes. Oh,
and they
that's nice.
take those home and stick them together.
Right, so pop those there, but it only counts as one.
One of those is mine.
Oh, right.
She did try, she did try.
This one I'm going for plain. Oh, it's that little tiny pattern again. Another one for Phil. This one I'm going for patterned. Yes. Oh, a little bit of like fan-shaped pattern on the edge. This one I'm going to say plain. Yes. This one I'm going to say plain. Oh, it's got a texture on it. Right, so we give that to Phil. And I don't think I can win now. Whoops.
I don't think you can.
Plain or patterned? I'm going for plain. Oh, it's patterned again. Well, we didn't do very well there. How did you do back at home? Did you win? I didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ah, but that's because you've got 3 bonuses. So it's
It is.
9, 6 and I win.
Oh, well done.
Well done, Monkey. Team Monkey wins.
Oh, look. There's a paste pot. Oh no, I thought it was cracked there. It's not, it's a shield. Oh, look at the state on that. That's definitely cracked. Oh, I've just seen something else. It's a bottle stopper. It's got a big dip in the middle where they used to do that during the war to save on materials. Oh, just lying there next door to a broken paste pot. And I've got the lid of a jar. It doesn't got the rest of the jar with it. What is that? Cross and Blackwell. 10 o'clock tested family foods. I wonder what that was. Oh, and here's a little plastic thingy with some writing on, which I can't read. What have you found?
Oh no.
Oh, that's pretty.
There's a little tiny head I noticed. Look, it's cracked on the top there.
Oh, that's a shame.
And it's full of water.
An old aftershave bottle, I think, possibly, because of the little holes you splash it on rather than pour it out. Very nice. Shame it's broken.
Well, we're finding some nice things today, and we're going to carry on looking. But while we search for a few more treasures to share with you, we're going to send you over now to our latest viewers video introducing Mo from Northern Ireland with her friend and some of her precious finds.
Hello everybody, it's Mo here from Belfast, just checking in to say hello with my box of finds that I've found a few wee things to show you. This was a little bottle that I found in Bangor in County Down, complete with its little top. Not too sure what it was used for, but I just thought it was really nice. And of course, no mudlark is complete without Ridge pottery, and this was one of my favourite finds, found at the base of Carrickfergus Castle. It's a big old rounded bottle. It has some writing on the side, and of course I've put it to some good use. I just wanted to thank you all for your friendship over the past year, and especially to Caroline and Phil for bringing us all together like this on a Friday and Saturday night. And just to say goodbye, there's someone that wants to say goodbye to his cousin over in Wales. Bye, Manky.
Well, thank you, Mo, for that little video. It was fantastic. And thank you to your little friend. Manky was so chuffed to see another one of his relatives in a happy home. Well, while we were over there with Mo and you were having a look at her finds, I just found this.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle, and I've got to be honest, it's not the rarest of bottles because we do find square bottles down here quite a bit, but that one's been bent in the fire and it's got a name on it.
Hazelwoods and Co. Products Limited.
And for those two reasons, wonky and worded, it's going in the bag.
What have you found, Mr. Johnson?
Well, it's not so much a new find, but this is an old find revisited. Because do you remember this insulator?
Yes.
Which we showed on another video when we were walking this river, because we've come along a bit now. And on that occasion, somebody suggested this may unscrew. So I've had a look, but it seems to be that it's bolted there.
It's a very rusty bolt.
It is indeed, and I don't see that this is going to actually
move much.
Move, and I've got an incredibly good grip because of these lovely gloves, but
no, I think you'd be trying to lift that whole post up if you tried to lift that.
Nothing's moving.
Nope.
So we'll continue to search and see what else we can find.
Oh, look at this poor bottle. Melted away. If it had the top on, it would be really interesting, wouldn't it? But poor thing, good for nothing now. Oh. Oh. Look at the colour on that. Oh, isn't that pretty? I think it's off some sort of serving dish or plate. It's very pretty. I wonder if there's any more. Let's put that there and have a look. There's a bit of something. No, that's the bottom of a teacup. And that's the bottom of a cup or something. No, what a shame. That was lovely. I'd love to glue all the bits of that back together. And loads of broken glass. Oh, that's biggie. Whoa, look at the size on that. You see the thickness of the glass on the base? That was a big jar in its time. And a bone. And some broken glass. And a lump of coal. And what's this over here? Oh, it's a teacup. With nothing on it. Not even a handle. Oh, that's a cute jar. Nothing on it. Very cute. Small jars, just, I don't know, something about them. I don't know what. Something.
Now here's an item of interest.
Ooh.
Not of value,
Ah.
because it's a broken bottle.
It is definitely a broken bottle.
But this takes me back, in part, to our trip to Germany, when we had a mystery object that later we realised was something that was fairly widely used. And now, of course, amongst our prized possessions and bottles that decorate our home, we have a bottle with a top like this that we had from Tennessee, from Tammy. It's got the top on it.
Oh, look! There was some sort of painting on there, possibly. Look at that! It's
Now, I don't know if the mechanism's going to work.
I don't think so. It's very rusty.
It is indeed. But I'm going to give it a go.
All right, go on then.
I tell you what, I may have to prise it with my screwdriver. Hey, here we go! Here we go.
Oh, oh. Whoa, look at that.
It's come off
Oh,
completely.
snapped, is it?
It's come from, it's unclipped from its clips. They will
Right.
see there, there's a hole either side. and it clips in there, but it removed itself.
Right.
I can put it back in though, I think. Me and Manky can mend it. There we go. And that shows it open.
There you are. Fixed.
Not quite. But good enough for the illustration.
Ooh, look what I found. I love finding these. They're very useful for my art and my painting. A little paste pot. But not a paste pot as we usually find. We don't find these as often. And what have you got?
A little reminder of just how popular the cooperative was at one time in this area.
Oh.
We found the bottle stopper earlier on, and here we have CWS pasteurised milk. In the days when the milkman put glass bottles with little foil tops on our doorstep every morning.
Yep, and the birds used to peck at the top and drink the cream.
And just in case people think we had free milk in Wales, we didn't. We had to pay him on a Saturday for all the milk he delivered.
Yes.
I found a brick.
You haven't found a brick, have you?
No, it's a new brick.
You found several bricks.
In fact, it's an old brick, but it's new to me. I haven't got this brick, but there are 7 of them cemented together.
Right.
So I may have to return with a hammer and chisel if I want to include this brick in my project. If you'd like to take a closer look, I don't think I've seen it before.
Gregory Abersachen.
Yes,
Oh,
Abersachen.
There's a good Welsh name.
Indeed. So not a taking home day today for this one,
No.
but possibly a return visit with some spanners and hammer and see if I can get this.
Oh, look. While you're talking, there's a paste pot.
Well, who'd have thought we'd find a paste pot?
I know. Oh, look. Guess what it is? It's a piece of ridged pottery. What is a mudlark without ridged pottery? Oh, is that what I think it is? There. Surely not such a big size. Let's have a look. Oh, it is. Look, it's a piece of pipe stem and it's 2 inches long. Wow. And it just rolled down and sat there waiting for me to come and pick it up, saying, come get me, come get me. And I wonder if anybody else walked past and they hid, knowing that the destiny was that it belonged to me. Oh, what a lovely find. You know me. I get very excited when I find a piece of pipe stem. Is that a bit of a cat? Oh yes, it's plastic and it's got a circle in the bottom, so I think that was once a cat money box. Oh, that's really nice. Even though the rest of it isn't there, it's still an exciting thing to find. Oh look, it's a little glass. Oh, I thought it was one of those penny lick glasses. I'm not sure if it is or not. Could well be though, either that or one of these little liqueur glasses.
Yeah, it's a thinner glass, isn't it?
Oh well, I don't think it's a penny lick then. But it had promise until I picked it up. And what have you got there?
I was just checking for any words, but it's just a plain bottle. Now, I've got 3 bits of glass to finish up with today.
Oh.
That one,
Oh, that's nice.
I think that's an advertising panel off a
Marlborough,
cigarette.
Virginia, yep.
I think so. And then this. Now I know it doesn't look much,
Oh,
but if you hold it
look.
tight,
A cute little stopper in
that
the end.
little cork has survived all this time in the dump.
Very nice.
So I thought that was worth collecting.
Right.
And of course, finally, another reminder that CWS is a big part of this world. There it is, cooperative stores. And I think that bottle, rather than a little milk bottle, is probably fruit juice.
Could be, yes, because of the pattern.
Yeah, I'd say so. But the co-op, big in these parts, as it was in so many parts of the UK. Well, I hope you've had as much fun as we have. It's been great to be back out mudlarking again. If you have enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you subscribe and ding that bell, they'll tell you every time we put out a video, and they'll notify of our live show every Saturday night at 9 o'clock UK time. And of course, there's lots more happening over on Ko-fi if you want to come and have a look over there too. But until the next time, don't forget, as Manky says, have fun. Bye.
Bye.